Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. Now, where's my brethren in Cuba? And speaking of Cuba, Luis King Kong Ortiz. Latest news on him, most of you have heard, as was reported on Tuesday, that Luis Ortiz has not been suspended. He will not be suspended by the WBC, and he will retain his number 3 ranking. And I know that has a lot of boxing fans outraged, and it should, because you don't want anybody cheating in the sport. But like I said, and you guys can go back to the Jarrell Miller video where I was talking about how Jarrell Miller was talking all the conspiracy theories. This right here, and you can take it for however you want to take it. This right here, my opinion, it lends credence to what Jarrell Miller was saying. Like, okay, you have a guy like Ortiz who has a history of performance enhancing drug use. I'm not saying he did in this case, and I'm not saying that he's right or he's wrong, but I'm saying he gets suspended and gets removed from a huge title fight with Deontay Wilder. Wilder then gets a cupcake opponent in Stiverne, who hasn't been active and hasn't been fighting. Looks good in that fight, and all of a sudden, just 10 days right after the Wilder Stiverne fight, the dude's pretty much reinstated, suspension's lifted. He's number 3 ranked heavyweight. Like that's the kind of stuff. Like, you should honestly look at that and say, Wilder's being protected by the WBC. You should look at that and be saying that. Like, I don't know how you can't, because what exactly? Okay, from the time that Ortiz was suspended and not going to fight Wilder, from the time we got that news to November 14th, which was just past Tuesday, what the hell changed in that time? Can we answer that question? Like, what changed in that frame of time for this to happen? And honestly, like, look, there's only one thing you could say, and this is my opinion. And this is speaking as someone who's a Luis Ortiz fan. I like Luis Ortiz. Like, I saw him in New York. Like, it was crazy. I saw him in New York. He was waiting in line like a fan, and I saw him. People were taking pictures, and I got a picture with him myself. I said, I wish you were fighting tonight instead of Stiverne. And cool guy. I like Luis Ortiz. But when you look at conspiracy theories, or perceived conspiracy theories, you gotta look at this, because what exactly changed from the time he was suspended to yesterday, or not, the Tuesday the 14th, November 14th? What changed? And like, you can only, like, the boxing's a corrupt business. The only thing you could really say is maybe there were some things that, maybe there was a doctor's note that he got, maybe there was something from the doctor that was so credible. I'm going to say credible is the word. Credible, that lend credence to him not, masking anything, that they lifted it. It's either that, or his team, or the people that run his career, paid Mauricio Suleiman X amount of dollars to get back in the rankings. It's one of those two things. So this does lend credence to what Jarrell Miller was saying, that Wilder is being protected by the WBC, because I don't get how you can suspend a guy. Right, and this is my opinion. I don't get how you could. I'm speaking as someone who likes Luis Ortiz, and I'm not really on either side. I'm just trying to look at this objectively. Like, I'm not seeing how you could suspend a guy who has performance enhancement drug history, who you think for sure was taking a masking agent for performance enhancing drugs. He gets withdrawn from the biggest fight of his career, gets suspended for a year, and removed from the rankings. Well, that's what was supposed to happen. Then 10 days after the fight, all of a sudden everything's all good now, and you're posting pictures. We got the president of the sanctioning body posting pictures with the fighter he was supposed to suspend. It doesn't add up. It doesn't make sense. And you guys can say you guys can say a lot of things about Jarrell Miller, like that he may talk a lot of shit, and that maybe he doesn't, maybe he's a hater and says things off the wall sometimes. But this lends credence to what he was saying, that Wilder is being protected to get spoon-fed cupcake opponents. And hopefully that'll end next year when he's fighting guys like, maybe Jarrell Miller or Anthony Joshua. Hopefully we get to one of those opponents, because I want to see him there with better opposition. I've always liked. It's crazy, because as much as people say, "Oh, you hate Wilder, BT," I think I showed you guys in that video that I made last week, where I edited in the footage from like 2015 after he just beat Stiverne the first time for the title, and I was saying that I was happy, I was excited, I was proud to have Wilder as a champion. So it's not, I've always liked Wilder. I've always wanted to see him fight the best fighters, but he's not done that. And it's not that he just hasn't done that. He seemed to be getting this preferential treatment from the WBC. I mean, if Ortiz was going to be reinstated anyway, why did you have? Because those things usually with boxing sanctioning bodies, they know whether they're going to reinstate a guy or not beforehand. So why couldn't he have gone through with the fight? Why couldn't have Wilder fought him? Why is there some sort of collusion going on between the WBC, Al Heyman, and people behind the scenes in boxing? I would love to believe so, because if this is going to happen anyway, Ortiz should have fought November 4th. It should have been him fighting Wilder, and then this could be a whole different conversation. Maybe Wilder gets stopped and he's the next Michael Grant, but it's just it's just weird, man. It's a weird situation to me. I'm trying to process it all. I want you guys to let me know what you guys genuinely think, because I don't see what really could have changed. So what could Luis Ortiz and his team have said to the WBC or show the WBC that was so drastic and so credible that with a snap of a finger, within 10 days of the Wilder Stiverne fight, he's reinstated and he retains the number 3 ranking? It doesn't make sense to me. Now, he didn't dodge every bullet. He is suspended for a year from the WBA, but he's still very much in line for the WBC title shot. And I don't know. It's just a weird situation to me. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Luis Ortiz retains his number 3 ranking from the WBC. He is reinstated. He is not going to be suspended for a year. And that's what it is, man. So do you guys think WBC, does this lend more credence to what Jarrell Miller was saying about a month ago, that Deontay Wilder is being protected by the WBC and they don't want him to fight a guy like Ortiz? They knew beforehand. They knew about all this stuff beforehand, and they're just doing this because they're maneuvering things, they're manipulating the situation. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Take the time to subscribe, and you can love me or you can hate me, but I'm just a kid from Daniel. So until next time, take care, guys.